where to go. There's a man over there into the music scene, showing lots of love for the community with great advice. I know who I should go see. So
all right, everybody. Welcome to the program. It's noon on a Wednesday. It's lunchtime edition of Wednesday with the Band, and joining me today, the lovely Chelsea Calloway and the lovely Derek Davidson. How are you, Derek?
What's up, buddy?
What's going on, folks? Thanks for being here.
Hi.
Chelsea with me? Hi. Are you saying anything? Chelsea's never quiet. Why is she quiet today? All right. I know you too well. You're never quiet, so come on. Hey, guys, it brings me absolute thrill to have you on the show today and to introduce a new song we're going to do here a little later on in the show. But for those that may not know you out there that are going to be watching this thing, let's talk about Chelsea and the Chain for a minute. Let's get up there with what's going on with this band, how long it's been together, those kind of things. Derek or Chelsea, either one, take it away.
All right. I'm gonna tell the whole story here. All right. So, my wife Carolyn, she says there's this girl at the Jam that you have to come see, and I'm just like, whatever. This is before I was into the Jam or anything like that because I was so busy at the label. So she drags me up there one Thursday. I'm sitting out on the deck, just kind of hanging out, and she says, "This is the girl here. She's about to sing." I'm just like, yeah, okay. I can see that she's got something going on. Okay. But I wasn't really paying attention until she opened her mouth. I literally dropped my beer and came inside and watched her play. When she got off stage, she wasn't even off stage, and I was on stage next to Jamie. I mean, I had to move Jamie out of the way. And I'm like, I'm Derek Davidson at Unanimous Records, and I want to sign you right now.
Yeah,
she was a deer in headlights.
I can't begin to tell you how many people, Derek, I've said that to about, you've got to come hear this girl sing. And they're like, they do the same thing. They're like, oh yeah, Scott's promoting another person and talking about somebody. And then they come in and hear her play and they look at me and they say, why didn't I do this sooner? Why didn't I come see her sooner? She's amazing. And
she is amazing.
Chelsea, we love you. And you put together this project, to do music, your music, because you do so much. I mean, you do a lot of covers that are fantastic, but you're doing your music now, and I think that's really cool. And Derek, you said you signed her like right away. You're like, I want you on my label. Your label's out of Cincinnati. Let's give Unanimous Records a little props here. Tell us a little bit about that too, if you will, Derek.
Well, Unanimous Records, it's myself, Justin Hall, and Court 48. The three of us, we were kind of working separately, trying to put something together to, kind of for the local original music scene, because that's where our roots are. And instead of working separately, we decided that we would join forces, and we got a studio and we got some gear, and I should say we pooled all of our gear into the studio and just started making records.
And I've heard some of your stuff before you were connected with Chelsea and all that. Carolyn does a great job of promoting you, by the way. I'll say that. She gets stuff out to people. And
he is the label's PR person.
Absolutely. And I had not heard of Unanimous Records till I started hanging out at the Jam. And of course, someone's going to dial into the studio while we're on here with it's spam calls. Stand by, people. I'm trying to kill it here. And it's ringing. My phone's off. So why is it ringing? The best laid plans happen. There we go. Best laid plans. There we go. We're back now. So let's go back to what I was saying. Let's talk about how this discovery happened, then how Chelsea said, yes, I'll do songs with you. I'll do music with you. And then evolved into a live musical act called Chelsea and the Chain, which, by the way, is amazing. I think you guys are a killer group. I got a preview of this song before we play it today, and I'm telling you, this song is a hit, Chelsea. It's awesome. And I couldn't
you.
say that enough. And I hear a lot of new music from artists, and I'll tell you, first of all, girl, you got the pipes. I mean, you can sing. Everybody that ever sees you sing, whether you're singing country or you're singing heavy rock, says this girl has a golden voice. And I'm so happy for you that this is going on. Now, Chelsea, give me a little background about your thoughts on this. How did what'd you think first when you met Derek and he says, "Hey, I want to sign you to this label. I want to do this." What'd you think about that?
Well, at first, of course, I was like, like literally, I was thrown off guard. I was like, oh, okay. I've had a lot, like not really a lot, but a few people that have come up to me and they're like, I want to work with you. I want to work with you. So I was a little hesitant at first because there is a lot of people out there that will do that. But like my heart was telling me, I should trust it. And I told Derek, yeah, I'll do it. Why not? Let's give it a shot. And it just turned into something so small into something so big. And I was just so, so happy with how it's been going. I mean, with all the music I've given them that is mine that I've written, they have been making it like more than amazing. And it's just, I love it. So Derek is a very awesome guy to work with. And he understands me where I'm coming from, the way I want a song to sound and the way I want something to go in it. And he just works with it. Yep.
Well, folks, if you're watching today, if you have a question for Chelsea or Derek about the band or anything that we're going to be talking about, you can drop it in the comments. We'll try to pop it up there and let people see it. Thank you for tuning in today, though. I got to say hi to Gina McCann, another golden voice out there watching today.
Oh, and, absolutely. We love Gina, and I got a song for Gina, too.
Dewey made a comment. He says, I have no idea who these people are. Please fill me in. That's funny. Harlan Lee. Harlan has joined us. Stephen Bell from Don't Tell Steve. Mark Stevens from Sweet Sister Mercy in the house. Dave Yex here. All kinds of people watching today. So, guys, we're going to talk about a song, and I want to get to that because everybody's waiting to hear this song if they haven't seen the sneak peek of it already out there. So, let's talk about this song, "Save Me," and how long it took to put it together. Who wrote it? Let's get into that a little bit.
So when I wrote this song, I actually wrote it on my guitar, and it took me not even 5 minutes to write this song. It takes me like no time at all to write music. But when I was writing it on the guitar, I was just like, I want this song to like be able to catch people's attention. And I played it, recorded it, sent it to Derek. I said, here's this. I really want to do this song. And he was like, okay. And so after that, like, I didn't know where it was going to go because I wrote it acoustically. And I go into his studio. That's when I finally met everybody. And they started playing the song. And I was blown away that my song that was acoustic, something in my eyes was so small, turned into something big. And I just was blown away. Honestly, I about started crying, but I knew immediately where to start singing, where to go. And then from then we kind of just worked with it and built it a little more. And it just turned out the way it is now. Amazing. And I don't know. I'm just still floored that it sounds the way it does in a good way.
Yes, so, we're very happy with how it came out. It was once Chelsea and I kind of got used to working together and how to work together, like the songs came together really, really quickly and really easily. So,
and let me ask you guys this, Derek, who did the production on this? Was this you doing the mix? Who did the mix down on this song?
Justin, our one of my partners, he's the house engineer, and he did the mix with myself and Court kind of overseeing and putting in input because Justin's a guru behind the mixing board. But if sometimes he won't hear something that I'll hear, or I won't hear something that Court hears, like the backup vocals. I had no idea what I was going to do with the backup vocals. That was a complete team effort from pretty much everyone at Unanimous. Then I just did the arrangement for the backup vocals and put them where they went. And
well, it's a cool mix, man. It's a great mix. And I think Dewey has heard it already. He said something about the keyboards and it sound great. Loves the arrangement on that. And Derek, you play a lot of instruments, I know. And, how is it when you go into the studio and say, we're going to come up with an end product? Do you find yourself kind of nitpicking things and saying, oh, we could do that a little better, we could do that? Or do you get to something and you say, that's just going to work, let's go with it? Like Chelsea said, she wrote this thing in 5 minutes.
Yeah, like this song in particular, and like a lot of her songs, they start out as really kind of basic ideas, and and I put that old music composition degree to work and say, okay, how can I make this more interesting? How can I make this a better experience for the listener? And particularly with Save Me, it was just like the few little tweaks that I did. I mean, it just really made it stand out, like the tempo changes and things like that. Those weren't in the original arrangement. I had to add those. But when we go in the studio, I mean, like, I generally have an idea of what I want the end product to sound like in my head. And the trick is getting to that, getting everybody to do the performances that need to go into what I hear in my head. And once we get close to that, sometimes we hit it, but usually not. But that's just the nature of live performance, especially if you're going to record live in the studio. I mean, it's going to be a little bit different. But once we get like close to it, that's when I say, okay, we're good. But yes, I do strive for that actual perfect thing that I hear in my head.
Well, it's you did a great job with this one, and I'm seeing a lot of people comment on the show here that have seen the sneak peek. So we're going to call it a world premiere today here, but it is out there. It dropped this morning a little bit earlier, and we're gonna show it.
Yeah, well, the distributor wasn't supposed to drop it till noon, but they dropped it about an hour ago.
Hey, it's all right. We'll take it. And Chelsea, I want to ask you one question too. We're getting to the song, people, for those of you waiting for the song. And if you're on here with us today, please share this show and support Chelsea and the Chain and Unanimous Records, if you will. Get it out there to everybody you can. But Chelsea, I want to ask you this. You said you write songs very quickly. And, I know some of the greatest songs of all time were written in 5 minutes on a bar napkin. They were. I mean, some of the greatest songs anywhere. So it just comes to your head. These are some really good lyrics. I mean, these lyrics, it would take me a year to write those lyrics. So how did that just slide into your brain and become this song that you put together?
Honestly, it happens a lot. I literally will be like in the middle of doing something. I would be at like Walmart and all of a sudden words would just pop in my head. So I have to immediately stop and like put it in my phone or write it down. Literally the other day I was writing another song and I didn't have any paper in my car. So I had to use my tire discounter receipt. And I was just like, oh my gosh. But it's not too hard. I've always loved writing music and poetry. Poetry and music in general is just, it's always been my favorite. And that's pretty much what it is when it comes to writing lyrics. It's poetry. It's just you sing it. And with all my songs, every single one of them, I try to pull everything out from deep within my heart and stuff that I want to be able to relate to other people. I want to be able to help other people who are scared to use their voice and let me be their voice, because I know what it's like to be afraid to use my voice when I don't know what to do with it. So my music, I like to be able to bring it from deep within my heart. So I do sometimes with some songs, I take my time with them, but with Save Me, it was so different. It just came out of my brain and like a whole, like really fast. And I just wanted to be able to express my mind and my heart in that song, and also my faith. That song is a lot about my faith too.
You know what I think we ought to do? I think we ought to play the song, and then I'm going to ask you about some of the lyrics, because I listened to it. I made some notes about lyrics, but I'd rather wait for everybody to hear it. And guys, if you're out there, show some support to Chelsea here and Chelsea and the Chain. And of course to Derek, who is an extremely talented performer and producer. And my God, Derek, you do it all, man. Every time I see you, I am wowed by you. And not to mention, you're a genuinely good soul. And that's what matters too, because you care about people. And I know you care about Chelsea and you care about the success of your label. And it shows every time I see you out there doing your thing. So let's get to this world premiere of Save Me. I'm going to call it that just to make it sound big on the show. How's that? World premiere, ladies and gentlemen.
That's what we've been calling it.
All right. And, I'm going to play it for you. We're going to talk about something, though, real quick. You guys went through a tragedy. Okay. And it was tough for your band here recently. And I don't want to dwell on that and dwell on the negative things in life that happen. But I do want to say you lost a great soul in your band. And I know you did and played on this record, correct?
Yeah, this will be his. This is his final professional performance.
Wow.
Recording performance. So.
And we're gonna dedicate this, okay, a bit to the memory of Joey Tenenbaum because he was a soul that was fun to be around. And I know we did an interview one time with him. He was hilarious and just a funny person and a good guy to be with. So let's play "Save Me" here today and let everybody hear it. We'll take just a moment though to remember Joey with a little moment of silence before I hit the song today. Okay, does that sound good to you guys?
Absolutely.
All right, here we go, folks. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the world premiere of Chelsea and the Chain. Yeah, this one is called "Save Me." You can find it out there today on all the streaming services. Pick it up. Listen to it. It's a good tune.
Listen to the echoes in the night. Those may be the voices in my heart, trying to rip me apart, shattering my every dream, my every plan. Help me, 'cause I don't understand how to survive the night when it's dark and cold. Is there a superhero out there? I've been living in a nightmare for so long. I'm calling out, but no one sees me, nobody hears me at all. And I'm getting down. Nothing can save me but me. Trying to gather the thoughts in my mind, but they get deeper and it's hard to understand why. They take away my strength and faith, and that is all I had. So how do I even survive another night? Is there a superhero out there? I've been living in a nightmare for so long. I'm calling out, but no one sees me, nobody hears me at all. And I'm getting down. Nothing can save me but me. Save Is there a superhero out there? I've been living in a nightmare for so long. I'm calling out, but no one sees me, nobody hears me at all. And I'm getting down. Nothing can save me, I'm getting down. Nothing can save me. Is there a superhero out there? Oh, I've been living in a nightmare for so long.
Love it. We need applause from the audience, people. Come on. We need some applause out there. We need a live audience for that one.
Yeah,
Wow.
man. It always gets a good reception live.
Well, Derek, amazing work in the studio for Unanimous Records. Chelsea, your vocals are insane. That's all I can say. They are absolutely, as I like to say, off the chain. All right. Chelsea in the chain, folks. I mean, amazing stuff. And Dave Yeck's clapping. Thank you, Dave. Gina says, very nice, Chelsea, and everyone at Unanimous. And it's great to see these musicians on here with us, and they're giving you props because they know. If you know, you know. If you've been to the jam and you've seen Chelsea sing, you know. Okay, that's what I got to say about that. The first time I saw her, I said wow as well, Derek. And I was in the middle of a conversation and stopped dead in my tracks and turned my head and said, I got to watch this girl. Sorry, we'll talk later.
I mean, dead in my tracks. I mean, I will forever be grateful to the sacrifice of that beer.
Yeah, absolutely. Chelsea, I want to ask you a question, honey. I want to ask you about the lyric, is there a superhero out there? Tell me what's behind that.
Well, just like I stated, this song is a lot about like my faith and everything. When I wrote this song, it was supposed to be like the idea of, you can't always depend on everybody. Sometimes you have to depend on yourself. And the other part where it comes in is like far as the faith. There is people out there that question, is there someone out there that can save me? Is there someone out there that hears me and listens to me, that knows I'm in need of someone? And there's a lot of people out there that don't know God. There's so many people out there that don't know. And honestly, I want to be that person that's able to reach out to them and show them that there is someone there when you feel so alone. God is there. And for the other lyrics where I say that nothing can save me but me, when I say the words me, it actually stands for my everything, which is God. Nothing can save me, but God can. So when I wrote that song, it was just pretty much stating that you can't always depend on everyone, that the main thing you can depend on is God, and you can depend on yourself.
Well, that nothing can save me but me was my next question. So you covered that. Thank you. And that's good because that's what I wanted to know, because those are such strong lyrics. And no matter how they're interpreted, whether it's interpreted by, as you said, your faith in God, or they're interpreted by someone just saying, I'm looking in the mirror today and I'm going to save me because I need to save myself before anybody else does. And that's some cool, heavy stuff. I mean, it is. It's really, it really gets you. And Derek, when you heard these lyrics the first time and you said, I'm going to put this to a heavier rock song instead of an acoustic type tune, where'd your mind go with that? How'd you even segue into something as heavy as this song is? Because it's a rocking tune.
Well, when Chelsea brought the song to me, she brought me a batch of songs. Like some of them will end up on the album, but when I heard that one, I was like, that's the single. That's the single. We're going to do this first. And I said, well, how do you want to approach this? And she's like, well, my thing is like that big 80s sound. I want it to sound like that. I was just like, okay. And that's my thing too. Anyone who knows me will tell you I'm an 80s kid, So it was just kind of serendipity. It was a match made in heaven. I was like, this is the artist that, that's going to get me, and I'm going to get her the same way. Because we're coming, musically, we're coming from the same spot. So I said, okay, I'm going to do just a big 80s production of it. Thus the dramatic intro and, the big guitars, the big keyboards, the big drums. And it took some doing. I got to give props to my buddy Casey Osborne, who I just saw is watching. He was instrumental in getting the drums, particularly the snare drums, to have that big 80s sound. So,
well, I'm going to say, and one of the first times I was introduced to Chelsea, actually at the Bell, she was singing some great tunes, but she brought a song, Rainbow in the Dark, one night. And if anybody has ever heard her do that song, you're going to know exactly what I'm talking about. I mean, it made what little hair I have left on my head stand straight up. And I mean, she not only parted the room, the waters. I mean, it was, it was amazing there that night. And Chelsea, your voice is just absolutely so powerful and so inspirational to a lot of people. I've heard people say that over and over again. Derek, your work is phenomenal. You are a rock star, my friend. You do great work, and I love what I hear on this record. And I know you have a team there, and props to your team because they just killed it on this one. And I think it's going places, and I want to hear the whole album soon. When are we going to do that? Let's talk about that.
Well, we got to hire a new guitar player. Right now, it's guitar player by committee for demo sessions. But once we get someone hired, we have a young man coming in next week who we have high hopes for. And once we get them in and acclimated to the songs, I mean, we're going to start recording immediately. But the goal is to have it out at the end of the year or beginning of next year.
Well, you're getting some great props here.
Yeah, there will be other singles. There will be at least one more single before the album comes out. So as soon as we get that guitar player in, that's probably what we're going to start working on first, is the next single. And getting the live show back up and running. So
that's cool, Hollywood. Thanks for that comment. That's a cool comment because that does it does ring that bell a little bit. It said it should have been on a Quarter Flash album. Yeah, because it's Chelsea's amazing in whatever she does, whether she, like I said, she's singing country or her favorite Stevie Nicks or any of that stuff. She's a performer as well. Derek, you've got somebody there who, when she's live on stage, it's not just vocals, it's her performance, her movements, the way she feels everything. It's just a total package. And Chelsea, I know we're pumping your tires up here a little bit, and you don't say much. All right. You don't say a whole lot. You just sit there and smile, but we love you. And you've got your whole life ahead of you. I mean, you do. And I know you've been through struggles in life as well, but you have your whole life ahead of you, and you're young and you're a rising star, just like somebody said in the comments there. And it's great to see a star be born like you.
That's my dad. That was my dad.
No, that's awesome. That's awesome. Guys, we've gone 30 minutes or so. I want to thank you for being here today. I want to remind everybody watching to please share the show. If you have questions for Chelsea or Derek, you can drop them in the comments at any time on the show, and they'll see them pop up if they're shared on their page. So please do that. And follow Chelsea and the Chain on Facebook and Instagram, and the YouTube channel where this song's video is on today. Right, Derek?
Yeah, or you can just go to YouTube and search it. I don't know. I don't remember how my wife got a hold of it, but she comes busting into the bathroom this morning like, it's up.
Into the bathroom.
So search Save Me by Chelsea and the Chain on YouTube. You'll find it and check the video out and all that. And again, guys, my condolences to your band for the loss of your guitar player. I know that was a tough break for you guys, and good guy. And it's sad to lose good people like that. And I know you guys will rebuild. You'll get right back at it and be out there live and doing your thing as soon as you fill that spot. And those are big shoes to fill too. So it's going to take the right person to play with this band and rock it out like Chelsea does.
Joey would want us to keep going. He would just be like, you keep going, you keep doing it. And that's what he would want. So we're definitely going to keep continuing.
Yeah, he would not be happy if this ended the band.
No.
Well, anything else you guys want to share with the folks out there today? Anything?
Again, follow us on the socials, as we do have an announcement coming up. We will be appearing at a festival in September.
Perfect.
With a guitarist to be named later.
Yeah.
Well, I am very honored you gave me the opportunity to play this song today on the show here at noon. And guys, I love you both. Thank you so much for being here, and can't wait to hang out with you again soon and talk a little music. Derek's always fun to talk music with. He knows.
Oh, he knows everything.
And Derek, we need to talk 80s. Derek just fell off the chart there for a second, but Derek, we need to talk 80s sometime, my friend. You and I,
yeah,
we both love those 80s.
Yeah, man, that's my jam.
All right. Well, Chelsea, thank you very much for being with me today. We wish you all the luck and success in the future with everything you do, and we'll be hearing you sing anytime we can. And Derek,
Thank
again,
you.
thank you. Thank you so much, guys.
You're
We're going to get out of here. We're going to get out of here. We'll play Save Me again. We'll roll it out here as we go out into the credits and such. And remember, guys, the views expressed on the program do not necessarily reflect the views and opinions of our sponsors. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye. I'll cover you up so you don't have to stand there and smile as we go out here, but we'll do that. Bye, everybody. Holy wow, what an intro.
Listen to the echoes in the night. Those may be the voices in my heart, trying to rip me apart, shattering my head.
Tune in tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen, for Who's Playing Out, brought to you by Froggies in Monroe, Ohio, where we feature the best musicians and venues in the tri-state. Who's bringing you live local music here at All Around Town Radio. Until then, get out and support live local music, just like Chelsea and the Chain. Follow them on Facebook and Instagram, everybody.